All right, welcome back, good people. On this video, I'm going to talk about women entrepreneurs who face different challenges from their male counterparts when it comes to starting a business or owning a business or being in business, right? Now, I did some research this week, and I always like to incorporate the female side to the business world also, because women are the fastest growing entrepreneurs nowadays. They are creating businesses, and I applaud that, because a lot of times they have to be the breadwinner in the household. And if that's the case, I think that they should make the same amount of money for the same amount of work. I'm not a firm believer in the male should make $10 and the female make $5, but that's not my call. But hopefully we can get things turned or equaled out one day if we just keep working at it. I'm going to start by reading this little script that I've written for you guys, so you can get an understanding about what I understood when I read it. And hopefully, if you're paying attention, it'll resonate something within you that makes sense to you. Now it says, women entrepreneurs face many challenges that their male counterparts do not, according to a report by Senator Jeanine Shaheen, ranking member of the U.S. Senate Committee on Small Businesses and Entrepreneurship. The study also reveals a positive picture for women-owned businesses. And this is where the positive spin comes in. 30 years ago, there were close to 4 million women-owned businesses in the United States. Today, there are over 11 million. That's growth, right? 30 years is a long time, true enough, but that's growth. Now, the next one is 39% of all U.S. businesses have woman or women majority ownership, employ nearly 9 million people, and generate over 1.7 trillion in revenue. That's a good point. That's another. The third one, women are the sole source of income in 40% of households and outpace men in education. Nationally, they do that. Now, the next one, 78% of new women-owned businesses are owned by women of color. I found that to be pretty interesting. That's a high number, 78%, right? Now, the number of women-owned businesses grew 45% between 2007 and 2016. That's 5 times faster than the national average. See, those are statistics. This is statistics weeks. And I believe that as you hear numbers, as you hear dates, as you hear people, that resonates in a lot of people's minds, because I'm one of those people. If I hear 15% of people do this, that 15% sticks in my mind, right? If I'm interested in what that topic is, right? Because you can use those. You can use those along your journey through whatever it is that you do in life. Because we are simply a combination of the people we connect with, the things we hear, the things we see. We take what we want from those and kind of form who we are, or how we want to project what we do to the world, right? That's what we do, vicariously, I guess you could say. Now, more about women. This says, obstacles facing women entrepreneur. I keep saying women instead of woman. Obstacles facing women entrepreneurs. The Senate report on women entrepreneurs focused on 3 particular unique obstacles. Number 1, lack of role models and mentors. Number 2, gender pay gap. I just spoke about that, didn't I? Number 3, unequal access to funding and venture capital. Got that? Lack of role models and mentors. Number 1, gender pay gap. Number 2, unequal access to funding and venture capital. Number 3. It goes on to say, this is a question, why women need entrepreneurs and mentorship. Okay? I can't speak today. Positive role models inspire and offer guidance to entrepreneurs and small business owners. With media attention on male entrepreneurs such as Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and the like, many women lack important motivation that can come from a mentor to inspire them into starting a business. Now, this is where I feel really in line with this, because that's what my company does, is try and help people like yourselves to cross the line from this thinking about having your own business to actually doing it, right? Because a lot of times what we fear is we don't have enough money, we're not smart enough, I don't have the time, I don't know what I want to start my business in, and the list goes on and on and on, right? Those are called excuses. Okay? Those are not words, those are called excuses. They're under one umbrella. Because once you decide to do it, all those have to go by the wayside, right? Those won't matter anymore. It's simply you deciding this is what you want to do. And if you do that, they'll go away and stay away. You don't have to worry about those anymore. You'll have another list of things that will try and hold you back. Because fear works in a very strange way in a lot of people, right? It works kind of, it doesn't even have to show up, right? Other people will show up and ask you, why are you doing this, right? You don't have to think it yourself. Other people will tell you shouldn't be doing this. And these are people that you kind of know, like, and trust, right? So these people say, you're not good at that. I don't think that's good for you. I don't think that's going to work. But you love doing it. You love it and you know it. But you stop doing it because they say, that's not good. You can't do that, man or woman, right? You have to be able to cross that line and find out for yourself, right? Now, continuing on, the Senate Small Business Report noted adults with mentors are 5 times more likely to say they are planning to start a business. 62% of high school girls who are mentored on technology are likely to choose it from a major college. Small business owners who have access to mentoring report higher revenues and growth rates. So all those are definite pluses, for entrepreneurs, right? So, think about that. Addressing the gender gap that I spoke about earlier. When a woman graduates from college, she may be making only 90% of what her male counterpart is making. Working mothers may also feel the brunt of the gender gap, as they may not actively be promoted or receive raises at the same rate as men, leading to less potential for high income or executive roles. Now, I know that to be a fact. I know that they experience that, or you guys experience that. Now, few women in leadership roles, missed opportunities, and the gender wage gap decreases motivation and ignites frustration among women in business. Not surprisingly, these challenges and the desire for flexibility lead more women to start their own businesses, which, boom, there you have it again. Start your business. And it's the same way with minorities, or people who have felonies, or people who are what we call unemployable, right? Start a business. That's why I like to share starting a business on the low end of the income scale. You don't need a lot of money. It's not about the money at this point. It's about you putting in the effort to gain the knowledge and then put that knowledge to action. That's what it's about. And if you are willing to do that, it doesn't matter about the money. The money will come. It will show up. And you won't need a lot of money initially. You won't need a lot of money. I always like to say, in the beginning, it's good if you don't have a lot of money, because you don't really know where to put your money to get the best results. And if you have money, you'll just put money in places because you're thinking you need this, not really understanding what that is that you need. What you need you may be able to get for $10 an hour, but you might want to pay $50 an hour because you have money. That's not the way it works. You have to be understanding of the system that you're putting in place. All the moving parts you have to know about. You are going to be responsible for that. You will be the boss. You will be the CEO. You are the entrepreneur. That business's life depends on you and nobody else. And if you don't do what you need to do, it will not succeed. It will not succeed. But if you've been in that situation before and that business didn't succeed, ask yourself, how much of a role did you play in that? Because sometimes businesses fail. But if you put everything you had into it and you know you did that, there's no need to think that you didn't do enough. Sometimes they just fail. You just have to go to something else or back up and start over with a better understanding of what caused you to fail, right? Because we are individuals in this universe. We are people who can make the life that we want. It's not based on what other people think about you or how they feel about you. It's based on how you feel about yourself and what you are willing to do, what you are willing to learn, who you are willing to cross paths with that can help your journey. That's all it is. All right. Like these videos, share these videos, and I'll see you on the next video.